So, we only recently had the Toucannon Community Day, and if you missed it, today you still have the chance of getting this move here because the Community Day for the December is still going on, and it's honestly so worth it. I want to take a look at Toucannon again, because last time I only was able to take a look at this Pokemon with the Catch Cup as we win the first battle in literally like the shortest time possible. But basically, yeah, I want to take a look at this Pokemon again. We have two Pokemon here that are Community Day Pokemon that you can currently get as well, with both Corviknight as well as the Toucannon. And if you can read the title, which I assume you can, I was actually going 14-1 with this team. Every single battle is in today's video here as well. You're going to see every single battle from this team in today's video. That's why the video is going to be a little bit longer, but if you appreciate it, feel free to leave a like here as well. Helps me out a ton. And as you're going to see here as well, why you want to have the move is that Toucannon just destroys everything with it. So yeah, if you don't shield the move, you're dead. Basically, that is the thing for this Pokemon. And you're gonna see it here today. Honestly, it was such an amazing team. And this is the thing, and this is why I want to take a look at the Toucannon again. I will take a look at on how to play the team, of course, a little bit more here as well, and analyze the battles a bit more. But first off, Toucannon is such an interesting Pokemon. It's the best, it is a closer in my opinion, because you're going to be able, yeah, you can use it in the lead as well, because you're going to be able to then pressure opponents fast, because you're faster than most of the current Pokemon. But as a closer, you're going to have the option a lot of times to farm down something, and then you have access to BEAK BLAST, which a lot of times, especially in the end game, has also the extra benefit of dropping the opponent's attack guaranteed. So like there are gonna be also in today's video certain scenarios where we have still 2-3 Pokemon left, and the opponent has only 1 Pokemon left, but maybe they have like 2 shields still left, but it doesn't really help them because BEAK BLAST can just go and drop the attack no matter what. And that's kind of a big benefit here of this Pokemon. It's a big benefit of Toucannon. And yeah, this team is fantastic. We have Gastman in the lead. It's a very classic line. We have Gastman in the lead. We have the Sace Up of the Corviknight, having still ground type coverage, being able to bait out the answers to flying type Pokemon, and then we have Toucannon in the back, which is really beneficial for this Pokemon. Flying type fast move pressure, which is something like, for example, that the Corviknight is lacking, but it's going to allow you to, for example, pressure flying type Pokemon like Pangoro or Primeape quite like easily, as we have a Primeape coming in, which is gonna go down anyway to a BEAK BLAST, which is absolutely overkill, but who cares? Toucannon just gonna wreck the opponent. And with this, we can now take a look a little bit more at the battles. Okay, we have a ground type in the lead. This was, of course, something where I want to swap out if I have 2 flying type Pokemon in the back. I don't really want to play out the lead matchup then, because we have an ABB style line. So basically what you want to do here is, if you have a lead matchup that is neutral, you at least want to keep your Gastron alive around like half health. That is like kind of the minimum we kind of want to have, because just in case there's going to be like a Bastion in the back, you kind of still need to have your Pokemon around in order to deal with it. Here we're going to get out the Ferret, which is honestly fine. Ferret is a good matchup for us. Ferret is a matchup that we have the chance of winning as well if I really wanted to, but I'm actually really happy by just getting the advantage there. Show one for the air cutter, absolutely a big mistake by me. But now I'm going to try my best to just retaliate by going into my Toucannon. Toucannon is now going to be able to get a ton of energy, which is fantastic, as they go into their Marowak, and BEAK BLAST would be enough to knock them out straight away. Let's see if we're going to be able to do that. BEAK BLAST is going to get the shield, and we're going to get the attack drop onto the opponent. As this allows me now to go for a shield, it could be a Rock Set, it is a Bone Club, and I can overfarm by a little bit by 1 fast move. On the CMP tie, this BEAK BLAST easily going to be enough to knock out the opponent. And by the way, Marowak is, especially as a non-shadow, quite bulky. Toucannon just doesn't care. Ludicolo comes in, Toucannon can go for the next charge move here. This is going to be, of course, the Drill Peck, knocking them out straight away, and Toucannon just sweeps the opponent's team here. And yeah, like honestly, Toucannon has been absolutely ridiculous. Like this team was absolutely wild. I loved this team a lot. Like this team was so much fun to play. As you can see here though, we're going to have the Gastly against us. This is going to be fine. We're going to take a hit here. This is kind of what I was talking about a bit earlier. You kind of want to, if possible, play it out to the point that you keep your lead still healthy, utilize the Why do you go for a Sludge Bomb here? That doesn't make sense, my friend. Like, it doesn't really make any sense at all. But you kind of want to keep your lead healthy, and this is what we're able to do. We have alignment now, we have Gaston against whatever they have in the back, and we are still our flying type here with a bit of energy. We have the Clefable coming in. Clefable, it's alright for us. Neutral kind of for every single Pokemon. And as you can see, we are going to try our best to get to yet another charge move, as there is going to be now the Media Mesh coming in. They are not going to do that much damage. Clefable is still on the list of my Pokemon that I want to still try out in the current meta. So yeah, that's very, very, very likely we're going to get like a little bit of yeah, a video towards the Pokemon as well. But as the Ultra League is coming up as well, that's most likely one of the first Pokemon I want to take a look at there as well. So yeah, stay tuned. There are a lot of Pokemon for the Ultra League that are going to be cool. I already have a video on my channel, by the way, towards the Ultra League top teams. I might make another one just because there are a lot of Pokemon that kind of got buffed, so maybe just make it part 2 of buffed Pokemon teams there. But I already did a video towards the top teams for the Ultra League from last season because, or like this, not from last season, from last week, because this week we also already have Ultra League available. Anyway, we're going to have the cracks there here. We are going to be able to go for a charge move against the opponent. This is going to be a drill peck coming through, going to do some solid damage, and Clefable comes back in. And at this point, we have a lot of fast move pressure with all our Pokemon. We have still even the Gastrodon, but here actually have the wrong Toucannon. That's the one without Beak Blast. That was the first battle I did with the team. It's the first set directly here. I went 5-0 with this, and we can move on to the next one, got Lapras. It's actually sorted by sets, so like this is the first set now done, now we have the second set, but inside of the sets, the order of the battles are randomized. It's kind of the way I just put it in here, so like it's not that this is the first battle of the second set, it is still the second set that I played with this team. And I went instantly for 2 5-0s back-to-back with this team. That's why I kind of was like, I have to kind of showcase this. I kind of have to make a little bit of a longer video because I kind of want to more explain on how to play in certain situations, on what you want to do. One very more important thing as well is, if possible, it's not always going to be possible, but if possible, you want to keep the shield advantage for your Toucannon. Toucannon is the Pokemon on this team that you really want to give the shields. Gastrodon is fine without. Corviknight especially is fine without. Corviknight, you kind of just want to play the 0 shields, pressure the opponent, get some shields, and you're happy with it. Like, this literally is the perfect example of how you want to play it. As no, Gastrodon is going to be able to, again, take the hits. They can only go for the Sacred Sword. It's not going to even two-shot me, and I get the Altaria out. And if the Altaria is out like this, and my Toucannon is going to have still the shield left, I can have a very safe play by going for the shield here. Sky Attack is coming up. Beak Blast is going to be easily enough. Yeah, like they're over half health. It's a very bulky Pokemon. Beak Blast easily enough to one-shot them here as well. And they are deciding to just forfeit the battle now. That's exactly on how you can want to play this team. Again, here we have a great lead. In comes the opponent's Gourgeist. Actually, Toucannon is my best answer to this Pokemon, so I'm actually quite happy with that. That's alright. I gotta be able to go for the move. There are no shielding. That is quite risky, my friend. I wouldn't really do that if I was you, but you do you. In comes Moheko again, of course. I am going to be able to go for the Drill Peck again. This is going to be forcing a shield, or does add 1,000,000 damage. We gotta get the shield here, which is fine. They can go for the full farm now, which is generally a bit scary, but I'm not that scared right now, because I still have my, my great Gastrodon, but they're going to reveal that they have the Charizard in the back. What am I going to do now? I have no idea what I'm going to do now. They're going to go for the Blast Burn, doing some resisted damage, but quite a bit of it. And I'm forced to go for the Body Slam, which is going to get the shield. I can't... It's awkward. It's really, really awkward. I have to keep my Gastrodon alive. I'm forced to go for still, I think, a Body Slam here, because we have to kind of see... Oh wait, I actually have a chance of guarantee winning the battle if I play it a bit differently. But here I was thinking, okay, I should be able to still, get to the Body Slam here. And I think that's going to be it then. Yeah, that's definitely going to be it then. They have no chance of winning this battle. Even if this doesn't knock, which it doesn't, I have still my Corviknight, which can even still take a hit here. Because Corviknight is so bulky, such a good Pokemon, we're going to be able to take easily that Aura Sphere, and we can move on. Aura Sphere? Aura Reel. And we're going to be able to move on to the next opponent. Is there another Aura move? Because we have Aura Reel and we have Aura Sphere. I just need more Aura moves. This would be kind of, like, honestly, it would be kind of an interesting video idea. I might make like a triple Aura team. I think there's only Aura Sphere and Aura Reel there, so yeah, maybe I can make a team towards those two together. But anyway, we're going to have here the Empoleon against our Corviknight. This is exactly kind of how I want to have it. I want to play the Pokemon out like this, because I have still my answer in the lead though, but I'm going to be able to get rid of a Pokemon that usually would hard wall our Toucannon in the back. We are shields down though, which is a bit annoying, like one shield disadvantage, but as the opponent reveals that they have the Primeape in the back, I'm actually kind of alright here. I'm not going to be able to take the hit here. I should have just went straight from the move. That was a bit of my mistake. But here we see what I mean with it is good to have fast move pressure that is flying typing. Because as we see here, Toucannon is going to be able to do a lot of fast move pressure. In comes the Corviknight. And Beak Blast is now going to allow us to get a bit of damage against them. And this is quite a bit of damage. And the thing is, well, here again, we are going to be able to debuff them guaranteed. And it's going to last the entire game. They go for Air Cutter, which is not enough yet. And now they're at -2, or they let the move go and then just going to go down anyway. And they shield this move up, that's fine. That -2 against the Gastrodon. They don't do damage. We win the battle. So you see exactly on how this team kind of works. This is actually a really, really tough Holy. I actually don't know if we're going to be able to win this one now. We have the Ninetales here. This is a very tough Pokemon to deal with for this team. And this actually, by the way, I wanted to have a team that was very similar to this, but I wanted to have the Unova Stunfisk in the lead first. But Unova Stunfisk is so much worse this season because of all the Ice-type buffs. And also, I guess got the Ludicolo, but Ludicolo is also bad for our lead here. But our backline is really good against it, so like that's kind of fine. But here we're going to be able to get out the Credilli. We don't have a real answer for Credilli. We don't have a real weakness for Credilli either. It really depends on which situation you're in. For example, Corviknight is just generally very neutral no matter what. If you have energy, especially on the Toucannon, we're going to be fine there as well. If you are shields down, we can in a really tough position, but we have still 2 shields there, so I'm not too worried about it. They're gonna, now have to go still for a move against me, but I can go for the Drill Peck, which is going to be enough to knock them out here, guaranteed. And they shield this move up, which makes sense. They kind of want to get the debuff onto me. But I'm now getting 1 extra turn here of energy, and this is going to be fine. As I swap onto the Sableye, I'm always going to be able to outspeed them now, which is cool. But I'm not too sure with the debuff if I'm going to do enough damage. But we are Shadow Toucannon, and this is very likely going to be enough damage because that Toucannon is going to hit insanely hard. It's Shadow here as well, which is going to be very nice for us. I go for the CMP tie yet again. Drill Peck is going to connect against the opponent's Sableye, still knocking them out here, even with the debuff, and with that, the Credilli has no chance here either. And Toucannon again is a perfect sweeper. Honestly, it's the best closer in the game in my opinion. This is honestly, I don't think there's a better closer. There is not. There honestly is not. Yes, you need to kind of keep shields. It is a bit of a tricky Pokemon to sometimes play, but it's like having Peck plus Drill Peck is so cool for a Shadow Pokemon like Toucannon. I think the normal typing itself gives it a lot of play in the current meta with a lot of Ghost types currently around, and then Beak Blast in the back as a Community Day move is just ridiculous. It's honestly just such a good move to have. And here we have I want to say Toucannon. We have a Ferret against our Corviknight, which is fine because, again, the charge moves of Ferret are all going to be resisted, which means we have a very solid matchup here. And we're going to end up with actually a bit of energy left with this matchup here. We have the Clodsire against us, and we have perfect alignment. And now we have the Clodsire against the Gastrodon. We are trying to go for another payback, which you can actually do. They are at 100 energy with their Clodsire, which is fine. We're going to get some damage on against them. And let's see, we can let the move go through here. It is going to be the Earthquake, and they're going to knock me out with a ground type move. It is so funny because here we have the Umbreon against us. I don't know. Yeah, no, actually it's best for me to swap out. It is the best for me to swap out. I have the most amount of pressure here as well, so I should use shields now afterwards. But yeah, it's so funny for players that maybe get into Pokemon GO PvP now to see a flying type Pokemon getting knocked out by a ground type Pokemon. With a ground type move. It's like so funny, like it's basically the same as when a ground type Pokemon gets knocked out by an electric type move. It's not possible in the main CS games to do that because there is basically the immunity of a type, so like they're actually immune against that. But here in Pokemon GO this is not the case. You do way less damage, but they are not immune. You're still gonna do some damage with it, and so that's why you're able to knock out Pokemon with literally immunities, which usually doesn't happen. But yeah, it's kind of funny. I find it quite surprising because actually when I started into Pokemon GO PvP early on, I was like, that should do no damage, and it did a bit of damage. But as we see as well, this is going to be my second 5 now. I get a lot of encounters right now because I'm at level 19. I couldn't really do all of my battles yet. I had too much to do outside of it, and also for YouTube, so I didn't have the time to do all my battles throughout the GO Battle Weekend. But how was your GO Battle Weekend? Let me know down below. This was actually a really cool GO Battle Weekend for me, other than not being able to do all my battles, but I did quite a lot of battles. I did like around 10 sets each day, I think, which is like half of what I could have done. But I'm actually quite happy on how I'm doing with the current teams I'm running. I have a lot of fun. And by the way, I kind of want to go back into streaming. I said it multiple times already as well. It's going to be a bit easier most likely towards like February for me to be doing this, but I maybe try to do streaming tomorrow here on the channel. Let's see if I can do it, get it done. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, if you want to join in, just feel free to follow the channel. Would really appreciate you all. Gonna be hopefully both on Twitch as well as here, but we have to see after. I'm gonna try my best. Anyway, we're gonna talk about the battles here again. We have Trailblaze. Trailblaze is of course gonna be a bit more awkward for us, and this was also the most awkward battle for us. We had a very bad lead kind of with the Ferret. I could try my best with the Toucannon, but I sadly still get to another move. No, hindsight, maybe I should just sacrifice my lead and try to see on what they have in the back. They have their own Gastron, where honestly Toucannon has a lot of play. The issue is here, if they don't let the move go here, I'm gonna lose immediately. Sadly, I just didn't really have any good alignment, which is fine. And we can move on to the next opponent, King OWT, who I actually interviewed in Frankfurt, which is kind of funny for the regional when I was casting there. Yeah, that was kind of funny. They had a great game prior with Charizard sweeping the entire competition. But now they have my favorite Pokemon here with Greninja. How could you? Don't steal my Pokemon, please. But we're going to have... Actually, we're going kind of against on what I said previously. Because we have, you know, a matchup with Greninja where our lead is getting a little bit lower than I wanted to. But we're going to be able to win the matchup, which is kind of cool. And in comes Frostless. And this is actually really huge because... Yeah, this is very late, not going to get shielded. It's going to be a resisted body slam, fully aware. But I needed to have alignment with my Corviknight. And I don't actually want to use any shields here. Again, I want to keep my shields for the Toucannon because my win con here, in my opinion, is to win with the Toucannon and to get energy advantage against this Frostless, because I'm very well aware that I'm not going to be able to knock them out here or the Corviknight, but I just want to put them into range where Pack Down is a thing and where we are going to be able to get some nice energy. And we are going to have, you know, the BEAK BLAST coming through against the opponent's Clodsire. BEAK BLAST is going to do so much damage that we put them into farm down range. And this is exactly what we want to do. And look at this, like, you needy one-shot a Clodsire with a neutral hit from a Toucannon. Like, the Toucannon is going to be better. It's kind of funny. Here, this is not ideal. I should have just went for the full fast move down, but it's kind of funnier if you can knock them out through shields. Sorry for the BM there, but it was too much to give up there. We just want to see if this works out, and it actually worked out, so good game to the opponent. And honestly, I currently enjoy a lot doing like those little shorts as well on the channel, which you most have seen for like certain battles. And I just want to highlight like good battles, but they have been just good battles with Toucannon. Like Toucannon has been sweeping the competition left, right, and center. I don't even know what one I want to choose here right now. But Payback is coming through. It's going to knock out the opponent's Marowak, that's fine. Let's see what's coming in next. It's going to be the Azumarill. And we're going to go actually this time around straight into my Toucannon, which is having a lot of play actually against the Azumarill. Ice Beam is coming in. I'm fairly certain we outspeed them. We do generate energy fast, and I'm fairly certain that Ice Beam and BEAK BLAST actually have the same amount of energy. So yeah, we are going to be able to outspeed them, generally speaking. But as you see as well, I'll try to go for a perfect fast move timing. And Ice Beam is coming in now, that's fine. We're going to see the Fortress coming through, and BEAK BLAST is coming in next. This is going to be okay, as this is allowing us to get the shield. And this is going to be, you know, very interesting, as we have the BEAK BLAST now knocking them out. So many BEAK Blasts coming through, and now it's just the Azumarill against the Gastrodon, and this is going to be a very good game. They have no play really against us here. We're going to be in such a good spot. We're going to be able to get some more charge moves off, and like this, we are going to have the Ice Beam coming through. It doesn't really matter, and we are going to be able to get another charge move off. This is fine. This is going to be the body slam, and we can win this battle. So, we have Gaston against Stunfisk. This is going to be, again, a good matchup for us. We're going to see the swap button to the Gorgas. We have our answer in the Toucannon. This is fine. We're going to be able to use a shield here. It is going to be the Seed Bomb. I can try our best to go for another Drill Peck. This is working out pretty well for us. This is honestly working out pretty well. Drill Peck is going to do some solid damage here. And in comes the Stunfisk again. It's a bit awkward, but we have a BEAK BLAST coming through. And if you think, oh, that's a resisted hit, it doesn't do damage against such a Pokemon. It doesn't, because the opponent used the shield here. But if it would land, which actually happened, definitely happened once or twice already in this video, it does around like 40 to 45% of the health of one of the bulkiest Pokemon with a resisted hit, and that is crazy. Like, honestly, it is just crazy on how strong this thing is. So, Azumarill here against us, it's fine. We have kind of alignment. We're going to have the Corviknight here against it. We are in an alright spot. We do some solid damage here. They don't really have anything that is too threatening for me. I can go for the Air Cutter spam. And with this, we are going to be able to get the shield from them, actually. And that's cool. As they're going to have the Stunfisk, I have the Gastrodon. I can catch the move. It's going to be the Discharge. It's a resisted hit. And this kind of seals the deal here. Like, catching the resisted Discharge is just going to make it even easier for us to win this battle, as I can now go for a super effective Water Pulse to do some super effective stab damage and put them, into a range where I can just farm them down. I am going to use a shield here, which I should have not done in hindsight, now thinking about it, because I would easily still survive the hit. But I can also still try to catch a move. It's actually going to be way closer than I expected. As they go for the play rough, I caught the play rough here on the opponent. Poor opponent. Can I still win this though? I'm not even too sure if I win this. I thought I went 14 and... Oh, I actually gonna lose this now, don't I? I do. I thought I went 14-1. Sorry, it mostly at 13-2 now. Never mind. Gaston wins this. And we can move on to the final battle of today. And we have an amazing lead already, which is going to be great because we have the opponent against us. Thackery comes in, and we have now the wrong Pokemon in. I didn't want to go into this Pokemon, and this is going to make it all a bit more awkward because now I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to still win this because I went into the wrong one. You don't want to go into Corviknight here. You want to go into the Toucannon. Toucannon cannot speed them. Toucannon actually wins the matchup, I think, guaranteed in the 2-shield scenario if you play it correctly. I didn't do that though because I misclicked. I just fat fingered on the wrong Pokemon. That is my fault. That is not something I should have done, but I didn't do it on purpose. I was aware of the mistake here basically immediately, but I wasn't really punished because I get the Empoleon here now up against our Corviknight, but they kind of overestimated the damage of the Empoleon because now I can go for the payback still, and they are basically down to one Pokemon. Like, yeah, I have to take a hit here basically. That's the only way of doing this, but as we will see here, there's going to be the Marowak in the back. I have to be a bit mindful here. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to win this now. It's going to be close. I can, of course, get 2 shields here. This is my main goal. I want to get 2 shields from the opponent. I am forced to go for the shield here. This can be a Rock Slide. It's going to be just a Bone Club, which is fine. I am going to be able to go for the Drill Peck. And as we will see, there is going to be the shield from the opponent, of course. We are going to have here the Rock Slide coming in, going to get the knockout, and we try our best to go for the Body Slam. Is this enough though? I sure went for the Water Pulse. I'm not too sure Body Slam is going to be enough, and with that, Empoleon goes down and we win the final battle. This was so much fun. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you can utilize the team as well. 4-1 in the final set. And I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye.